Hey guys, welcome to the last part of my lipsticks watching series. We're on the last section here, which is my miscellaneous slash other. Very excited. Some of my favorite lipsticks from my collection are in this section. Also featuring my holiday manicure. Very much loving it. And chaotic family noises in the background, so just ignore that. It's great. I really mean the mom in the title there. So let's get started. Let's move this kind of back there and dive right in. First we have, this is from the new Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers, the 4 lipsticks that they came out with. We saw the turquoise shade Teal to Bedevil in our last video. The rest of them are in this miscellaneous category, and this is the first one and my favorite of the 4. I'm not gonna lie, this is Graveyard. It is a lovely purple leaning light gray color. Look at how lovely that is. I love it so much. You're gonna see a theme as we go through this video. Purple leaning grays are just my favorite thing in lipstick. All right, and next up, let's go with another gray. This here is, let's see here, this is Sleepy Hollow from Wet n Wild. This is the liquid catsuit. This is just a matte versus a matte metallic or a satin metallic. This is more of a mid-tone true gray, and I love it for that. Just like when you're wanting black lipstick, but just a little more toned down. You gotta go for a mid-tone gray. Oh, I love it so much. All right, next gray. Let's keep going in this shade range that we found ourselves in. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. One of my favorites. This is Lavender Crown. I call it Star Trek gray. So if you've seen any of the 80s and 90s Star Treks, so that would be Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, you'll know the kind of gray purple from their like under uniform. That is what color this is. It's not really coming off on camera because when you put it against blacks and grays, it looks gray, but it has a heavy lavender tilt to it. You can see in the bottle, it looks very lavender, and then up against my tattoo, very gray. I love this. I love this. Anytime I wear any kind of Star Trek merchandising or any of that, I can almost always be found to be wearing this lipstick color because the association in my mind is so strong. All right, next up, let's see, what else do we have in gray? Ooh, yes. This is Kaleidos Lips Clay in the shade Mercury Wave. This is still a purple leaning gray, but almost like on the taupe end of things. It's a warm purple gray, and I love it so much. Look at that. So very different from all of my other gray leaning colors because it is such a taupey color. But in my brain, like if I'm going for, like in my brain, this is a warm gray, if that makes any sense. Very much love this color. Very, very much love this color. Oh, that was loud. I regret that. I think that is our last gray color. Let me just take a peek over here. Yeah, that's the last gray color. Let's move into black now. We've got a few blacks to go through. Let's go with our most special one first. This is another Cover Girl. We had another one of these earlier in the series. This one is Don't Tell. Now, I think I've said this before, the CoverGirl, at least this formula, is not my favorite bullet lipstick formula, but the shade is just so unique that even a meh formula becomes just like very essential part of my collection. Look at that. It says it's a metallic. I would more call this a black sparkly lipstick. It's got heavy gray sparkles in it. You can't feel the sparkles when you wear it, which is what we are all looking for in a glittery lipstick. And I love it. I love it. Yes. All right, going back into the Wet n Wild collection, this is the black. It is in the shade Eerie Onyx. I have said before, and I will say again, I love having multiples of shades when the multiplicity comes from having a shade in a bullet lipstick and a liquid lipstick. I like wearing liquid lipsticks more, but bullet lipsticks are best for reapplying on the go. And this is a great satin black bullet lipstick. It's great. It's easy to apply. It doesn't smear all over the place, which will bring us to my liquid black lipstick. This is Kaleidos Lip Clay in the shade Scorpion Fruit. This was a lifesaver. I came across this when I had to throw out my last liquid black lipstick. That was it was from NYX. It was horrible. I hated it. It got everywhere. This Scorpion Fruit, it's like a blackberry black, where you see it being a little bit thinner here. It's like, you can see it's almost just the deepest, darkest of purples. So it's like where a blackberry looks black, but in actuality, when you like squish it, it's purple and red. Very much exactly this color. And I love it. It makes it look just like so much more like natural on the lips. It's an amazing color. I fully recommend this. It's my favorite wearable black. Just love it. All right, moving back into the realm of, I guess, other lipsticks. Oh, here we go. This is the last remaining color in the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers most recent quad they came out with. I say quad. It didn't come in a bundle. You had to buy them all separately. And it came squished. I'm not really sure how that happened. But this is in the white. It is shade Ghostly Beings. Yes, Ghostly Beings. I love this. The first time I wore it, I did an ombre with since it's squished, it's kind of falling apart. I did an ombre with this and the Teal to Bedevil. It was gorgeous. If you don't have one already, get yourself a white lipstick. It is amazing for doing ombres. And I 100% recommend this white lipstick. Honestly, it applies so smooth. It blends super great. I am loving having this in my collection. I almost didn't get it because I'm like, when is a white lipstick going to be useful? I've loved it. I've now done like 3 ombres with it and I love it so much. Okay, we're gonna do greens next. You can see over in the corner here, I have some multi-chrome lipsticks. We'll save those for last. Let's just save those for last. Okay, this is, this is our last Wet n Wild lipstick. Amazing. This is a satin metallic lipstick. I say satin because it does not dry down to a matte, but this metallic green, it's a very serpent green. It makes me think of like a rainforest, but also like this debuted in their Fantasy Makers collection a few years ago, and it was debuting with and you could get it in the Serpent Goddess set, and it very much looks like that. It's very serpentine. Love it. Next up, oh, this is my first green. This is another She Glam, my last one, but also the first thing I ever bought from She Glam. I literally bought this because I didn't have any other green lipstick, and now I love having it in my collection. It's this bright, cartoony green. It heavily reminds me of like Poison Ivy in the comic books green. And yes, I know she wears red lipstick. Don't at me, but like this is like her color. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love it. Who doesn't need a cartoony lipstick? We all need cartoon lipsticks. Going in with now Unearthly Cosmetics. This is shade Mandy, and she's the most gorgeous swampy green. Look at this. Oh, it's so Swamp Thing. I love it. I love it so much. Look at these three greens. I mean, so diverse. It's hard to think that I could need another green in my collection, even though I do have another one coming. But this is the pre-Black Friday lipstick collection. I love this swampy green. It is so fantastic. All right, going into a rant. This is a rant, is what this is. So you'll notice there's no packaging on this, and it came that way. I bought this from freaking Fabulous Cosmetics here on Instagram. Their website is stickerdolls.com, and I contacted them, and I'm like, what's up with this? There's no packaging, there's no ingredients list, there's no shade number. Like, how am I supposed to know what this is? What's in it? Like, this is shady. And they're like, and they emailed me back, and they literally said that their products did not have labeling on them to cut down on plastic packaging. Can you not see how this is problematic? This is so problematic, especially with all the stuff going on with Natasha Denona right now. And like, you're gonna pull this? So what happened is they are actually a drop shipping company. They buy these shades. Let's go ahead and swatch it because it is a great lipstick. I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna use it, but I will not be buying from them again. They find these products for cheap on sites like AliExpress or eBay, and then they buy them, they repackage them, and then they sell them to you for a slight markup. It's a really great multi-chrome lipstick. I have no problem wearing it. I cannot recommend purchasing it because I don't know what's in it. I don't know if you'll have a reaction to it. I haven't, so I continue to use it, and I paid money on it, or paid money for it, spent money on it. I tried to say those both at the same time. It did not work. I can't recommend that you do the same. I can't. And like I was saying, I have no problem with drop shipping. I've done it. I did it for a while, back in like 2019, I think. But the problem is you need to be transparent if that's what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with finding deals on the internet and selling them on to other people with a finder's fee, because not everyone has the time and the energy to go onto these websites and sort through the shady products to find the legitimately good deals. I get that, and there is a place for it, but be transparent about it. Don't pretend that you're an indie makeup company and pull this kind of crap. Like, you didn't make this in your basement and then just sell it out. And they market themselves as the biggest indie warehouse company in the UK. No indie company is selling their lipstick with not even their name on it. Sorry, rant over. Now going into how you ought to do indie lipstick. This is Notoriously Morbid. This is, I think this is still their newest, as of filming, I'm pretty sure this is their newest lipstick. This is in the shade Give Up the Ghost. They recently came out with 2 different shades. This is one of them. I did buy both, but the other it was on, like by the time my order was packed, they ran out of the other one. So it's on its way. Don't have it yet. This shade is just, oh, it's such an ethereal multi-chrome. It's like periwinkle blues and silvers and pale greens and pinks, and it's just so gorgeous. It feels almost like, I feel like you could really almost use this as a liquid eyeshadow, because it dries down in like, it feels like seconds, honestly, when it's on your mouth. And it feels like there is legitimately nothing there. The formula is so thin. Is it dry? It's not dry yet, but it's just, it's one of the oddest sensations, I should say, that I've ever put on my lips, because it just does not feel lipsticky, if that makes any sense. But I love it. Cannot recommend it enough. It does have a little bit of transfer, but it doesn't move around on your lips. And if you're just like, it's relatively kiss proof, but it isn't transfer proof. It isn't mask proof, if that makes sense. If you're rubbing against it, it's going to come off. If you're eating, drinking, it's going to come off. But if you just make brief contact with it, you're probably not going to have a whole lot of transfer. So I do love it. I fully recommend this. I am really excited for my other one to come in, and we'll definitely have to swatch that one when it does come in. But for now, this is where my other category stands. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me for this journey. My very first series, so exciting. Like always, please like and subscribe. I almost said like and describe. In the comments, please describe your experience with this video. Thank you. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you here again, and until then, bye.